Honorable Member P.P. Chowdhury.
Respected Chairman Sir, thank you very much for affording me an opportunity to participate in this discussion. I would like to point out, first of all, regarding the laudable object and reason of the bill, it is so balanced that it was with a view to protect the interests of the investors in the securities market and at the same time promote the development of the securities, and with a view to give the teeth to the SEBI to regulate the security market and strengthen the regulatory provisions. With this laudable this object and reason, this bill is before this August House. Now, first of all, I stand for here to support the bill, but I would like to suggest one slight submission regarding more amendment in the bill. The amendment of section 15I at clause 16, the word used is the board may call for and examine the record of any proceedings under this section, and if it consider that the order passed by the adjudicating officer is erroneous to the extent it is not in the interest of the securities market, I would like that the word, along with this word, in contravention of the provision of this act and regulation framed there under the act, may also be inserted, because it may give a lot of interpretation, because it is only the erroneous to the extent it is not in the interest of the security market, and in case any such order is passed by the adjudicating authority which is in contravention of the provision of the act and regulation, then the interpretation can be given that the SEBI is not the competent authority to look into the matter. So I request the Honorable Finance Minister kindly look into this matter. And secondly, with respect to the amendment of section 15G, clause 12, which provides so far the insider trading is concerned, the insider trading has been viewed worldwide very seriously, and only the 3 times penalty has been provided on the profit made out of the insider trading. I would like to request that it should be provided 5 times, not only the 3 times. Apart from this, I would also like to, because the much safeguard has been given in the bill, so far the search and seizure is concerned, the permission is provided of the designated court that is to be situated in the Mumbai, and at the same time penalties for certain offences. Earlier, it was the maximum penalty was prescribed. Now by this bill, it prescribes the minimum penalties. So it it will infuse the confidence of the investor, and there will be no fraud on this point also. And some of the provisions regarding this broad definition of the CIS will also cover those which are earlier not covered by the CIS, this 100 crore provision. Some suggestions were also there that this amount to be reduced, because in rural areas, the people who are affected by this are the poor people residing in the rural area. So my submission is also on this issue, that instead of 100 crore, the limit may be lowered down. And by this bill, we see that the investigation and prosecution part is concerned, the safeguard has been taken, and beside this, the proper balance has been struck between the provision has been made. It has been, fear has been expressed that there is no safeguard in the bill, because against the order of the adjudicating authority, the power of the SEBI is there, and against the order of the SEBI, the Securities Appellate Tribunal is there, and the Securities Appellate Tribunal can look into the matter with respect to the civil and administrative nature, and at the same time to adjudicate the criminal matters, the separate special court has been designated, and against that court the power of revision and appeal is there before the High Court. So there is no question of fear. In my submission, this bill is a laudable bill, and it is the interest of the poor who are residing in the rural area. Thank you very much.
Honorable Member E.